Hi everybody, it's Amy and I am back with the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 7. This is a 25-week prompt assignment challenge. So each week I draw 2 prompts out of my little bag. All the prompts are in there from the beginning of the challenge. And then the idea is to make 1 piece of ephemera for each of the prompts. Then at the end of 25 weeks, if you've made 2 per week, you'll have a stack of 50 pieces of ephemera. Unless you have used them up in between, which I often do. But anyways, for example, last week I drew out photograph for number 17. And for photograph, we did I did, the strips. The cluster strips, or sorry, collage strips, kind of like the Tim Holtz idea of just all the different bits on a thin strip. I have cut mine down. It was really long, but I wanted to make a tag for this journal. So that's an idea of something that you can do with them. All right, so, and then the second thing I drew was gesso. Number 18 was gesso, but I said use acrylic or paint, white paint, use whatever you want, whatever works, right? So for gesso, I painted this glassine bag in gesso, and then I did a little collage on the front and then splattered it with gesso, and I also did a tag to go inside. I did put just some splatters on that with the gesso, but the main thing is the bag that I painted with gesso. So that's that. So we're on 19. 19 is polka dots. So you can choose however you want to do polka dots. If you want like scrapbook paper to draw them, digitals, whatever. However you want to do polka dots. Why did I put the pen away? Polka dots for 1920 is going to be doodle. Number 20 is doodle. And if you are like, I can't draw, all those kind of things, a doodle can be anything like mark making too. So just anything that you can do with like a pen. So you could just do something as simple as some X's on a piece. That would be considered a doodle. You can do little wavy lines. You could go around the edge of your piece like to frame it out around the outside with like, dot, 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 dot. Just, that's a doodle. So you don't have to draw some fantastic piece of art. You know what I mean? A doodle is just a little something that you've drawn yourself. Okay, so I'm going to get some things together and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So we have number 19 is polka dots. Number 20 is doodle. I'm going to start with part of the doodle because it needs to dry. So we're going to do some, these are liquid watercolors. And we're going to do some little triangles to make trees. And then we'll doodle the tree part. I just thought that might be a fun little doodle that isn't too hard. An easy one. But again, like I said, another thing that you could use. I have this freebie, and I'll try to remember to link it again. But a while back, I did this for Somerset Studio magazine. One of the things that I was doing for that, these little doodle flowers. And if you wanted to, you could make something with those if you don't want to doodle anything. Because I know it isn't everybody's thing. So, but it can also, oops, that's brown. It's really hard to tell with these. I mean, granted, it is on a red plate, so it's my own fault, but they are a little bit tricky, these liquid watercolors. So I just want to do, triangles. Nothing amazing or difficult because we're gonna, like I said, do some doodling, so it doesn't really even matter. We're gonna kind of cover the whole thing with those. Grab some blue for some of them too, just for different variations in the coloring. And they'll of course dry lighter than they look here. It's always tricky to try to get spacing right because you don't want it to look too like manufactured, but I don't know. You don't want it to look odd either, like it doesn't have good spacing. I like to leave some white in there, as you can see, but that's a total, like totally up to you how you want to do that. I don't see that messed up my spacing, but we're just going to go with it. Because you don't want to get two lines, I don't think. I mean, that's up to you if you want it to look very structured with straight lines. It's not generally my thing, but kind of like the blue in there. I might add some gold to them too. Because I do like that. Like we did with the leaves. See, then I got back to doing more straight lines. Isn't that weird how we do that? Okay, get a little more blue in here and green and whatever, just so that I can add some gold. So I'm just kind of getting them wet again. Oopsie. A little bit. Because the gold spreads better when they're wet. And I just have those Master's Touch gold. I really like those. And my brush is a 2 round. Just, I mean, it truly doesn't matter when you're doing super simple like shapes, but I'm just telling people because I get asked, you know, those kind of questions. So I don't think it makes a difference. Whatever you can make a triangle out of. That's kind of my view on it. I don't know how I got that top so messed up on that one. That one doesn't have... Let's see if we can fix this one. I dripped. That's what happened. Right there. It doesn't quite do as cool as it did. It must be the Tim Holtz Distress Oxides. I thought about using those again, and I did not, and I probably should have. Because that really does give a cool look. When you use those. There we go. It's a little bit better. And then we'll just let these set and dry while we do the the rest. Oh, I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Alejandrina, Tamara, Tracy, Wendy, and Sherry. I have Sherry, I have Shari, so I have a few different ones. Thank you to all of you, because I think there's more than one Sherry too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me for a long time or a short time. I appreciate it very much. I'm gonna dab that gold because I got green in it. All right, so we have polka dots. So what I have for polka dots, I have a Christmas card that is a already used Christmas card. And so this is something that you can do with your Christmas cards, which is kind of fun. If you have leftover Christmas cards, or you know, you get a whole bunch of them and you're just like, I don't want to throw them away, you can do something like this. I've covered the inside with tea-dyed paper just to, you know, cover the greeting kind of thing. But that's all it is tea-dyed paper there. So then we're going to redo the front in a new way using polka dots. But yeah, these are fun, and you can do a lot of different things. You can even turn them into like little mini notebooks or journals, you know, that kind of thing. So you could sew pages in. We're going to put pockets in, but yeah, there's lots of things you can do. So don't throw away your Christmas cards because you can reuse them. I mean, I'm not trying to... You could even, like, I could leave that and also turn it into a little notebook or something too. You don't even have to recover the front. I just want to. But you can leave, like if you have a cute front, you could just cover up the greeting and use it. Not that you even have to do that, but... Okay, I'm going to put glue, and then if it hangs over anywhere, I'll trim it after the fact. So how are you guys? I didn't even ask. I just jumped right in like I always do because I just get on a mission. Hope you're doing good, all of you. And hope you had a lovely, safe, happy weekend. I don't know yet. It's Friday for me, so it is Halloween day. We're not doing anything, I know that. We're just gonna give trick-or-treaters candy and go to bed. My son has to work. I don't think my daughter's doing anything. I haven't talked to her yet. I told my son to be careful out there tonight, you know, because he delivers pizza, and it's always kind of... because there's people out running around all over the place. I'm like, just be really careful. And it's also going to be cold, so... I mean, he knows that, but you always got to say it as a mom. You just do. It's like your job, right? I remember my dad doing that stuff to me too, so I guess that's just how it is. That is just the way it goes with the kiddos, no matter how old. All right, so that is my polka dots. And then I'm going to put these on here just as a new cover for it. And this is just out of scrapbook paper. I think I want to do these corners. Why I really struggle with corners, like keeping just the corner on there. I don't know, it bugs me for some reason. Weird. All the weird things, right? And we will, and these will go, probably both of these will end up in that journal that I'm working on, the paper bag journal. That's really fun, by the way, and cheap. So if you guys want to make Christmas gifts or like things for, oh, what do you call those? Like craft fairs, that kind of thing. I think you could put together some quick ones. You don't have to do them. You could just do them with a couple of bags instead of like 5 bags or whatever. Just keep them simple. But yeah, definitely an inexpensive way to make a journal. So if you've never made one before and you've been wanting to, the paper bag thing is a great way to go, because you're not, if it ends up not being what you want, then it's not like sad as using some antique book or something, which I don't do anyway, because I'm not going to spend the money for an antique book and then tear it apart. So anyways, but I know people do. I like to keep it pretty simple. I don't find a lot of very old stuff around here anyway. I go to the antique stores and stuff, and paper-wise, there's, you know, obviously old stuff, but I don't know where all the paper went. But I don't find, like the 20s, sometimes I might find something from the 20s. That's about the oldest I find. And that's lucky if I find that. So that's why I do so many digitals. I would love to do nothing but old vintagey papers in my journals, and, you know, old real vintage images and all that, but I just don't have it. So okay, then we're gonna do some pockets out of this candy cane paper, and it's also got polka dots. I don't know if you can tell, but there's little also red colored polka dots on there. Not that it matters, I already got my polka dots in, but they are there. I'm not going to do like huge pockets. And you see I didn't even measure. Just a piece. That's like 2 1/4. And then this is how wide? Almost 4. So if we cut them at 3 and I don't know, whatever. Almost 4. How about almost 4? That'll work. You just have to make them the size of your, whatever your card is. Sorry, big reach. Yeah, this isn't really directional, but we want the most candy canes. Oh, you know what I should do? I didn't clip that. Almost did. I'll put it at the back so that I can kind of see where I started to clip it. If you do them both at the same time, it's smart, because then they both have thumb notches at the same spot, which is a good thing. It looks more purposeful. I could still put pages in here if I wanted to. I'm not going to right now, but you just stitch them in 3-hole pamphlet stitch or whatever, however you want to attach them. You could even staple them or run the sewing machine down the middle, because you're not going to put like 20 pages in there. You're just going to put a couple for some extra writing for your journal. You can see I messed up gluing those on there. But you could do a lot of things. You could put multiple pockets, like stacked pockets. I mean, you could do all kinds of things with these. And some have such fun artwork on the front, you know, they would be fun to use. So you don't have to cover them. I'll probably put a piece of tea-dyed paper on the back too, just to cover up where the manufacturer stamp is. And it'll give you more writing. So, no, I didn't say scoot down. Stay where you are. Okay, so I'll just cover that as well. But we're going to make some tags to go in there. So I have one of my Rustic Christmas tags here. These are in that kit. And we're going to put one of our mason jars that are also in the kit. And I want one of these little doodads. I don't even know. There's some kind of ticket. I don't even know. But anyways, put one of those in there. And I'm just going to kind of tuck it under here like that. Do I want to, I might even just, do I want to do that, snip off the edge or no? I think I'll just do it straight. Straight on for a change. Somebody's racing around on a motorcycle. That's kind of crazy out there. Like, it almost sounds like a dirt bike. Yeah, my dad was so funny. I just got thinking about the whole Halloween thing again, but he used to ask me every night what I was making for dinner and all that, even. And then he would say, "You're having vegetables with that, right?" And so it makes me laugh because, you know, I'm always telling my kids to eat better, and then the thing about driving in the chaos tonight and all that, and it's just, I don't know, it's just funny how we do that. He was a good dad. All right, and then that will get stitched around. So that's gonna go in one of the pockets. I didn't get anything to put on there. I might, I don't know. I didn't get that far. And this one, polka dots. Polka dots are pretty easy. So hopefully you guys will be able to find some fun things. A little jingle bells. These I might have to back. They're just on 65-pound cardstock, but I like my tags to be kind of thick. So I'm gonna put Santa like right in the middle, kind of. And these are my Christmas photographs that have these Santas and stuff in them. There's other things besides just Santas, but then the itty bitty snowflakes. These are in my Etsy shop. We're probably gonna, we're changing the file a little bit because we're having some trouble with the file. So you'll get some of the original snowflakes if you order them, but you'll also get a few new ones. some of them just never really cut right, and we're just kind of tired of messing with it, so we've changed a few things. It's not any drastic thing, but they are tiny. It sounds like somebody's yelling outside. What is going on? It's not even dark yet. Okay. Kind of want that one on the photo. And the little jingle bells here. I'm not doing a ton to this one because I want to see the polka dots. Well, you know, I'm covering a lot of them, I guess, but. Okay. So that will get backed and stitched around, and it's going to go in there. So that is what I have for polka dots. And I think those are cute. So definitely a great idea. You could do loads of things if you put pages in, whatever, but a great reuse of cards that you might otherwise throw away. I don't know. I end up keeping a lot of mine, but you know, sometimes it gets ridiculous. You can do it with birthday cards or whatever. It doesn't have to just be Christmas cards. And I'm going to have to pause and dry that all the way, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm dry now. I'm going to come in just a tiny bit closer so you can see a little better because I know it's hard. Sorry, shook the whole... Ooh, you feel like you're in an earthquake. So I have just a fountain pen, but you can use any fine tip pen to doodle with. It doesn't matter. So we're just going to doodle on our little trees here. And just don't stress about it. Don't worry, is it perfect, is it whatever. I mean, you can see my hand shakes, everything else, so don't worry about it. And you can just do some little ziggly zags, whatever you want on your little trees. You could do a funny little star, which mine will be funny because I'm not great with stars. A little trunk. And your trunks can all be different sizes. Like, things can be different sizes, and that's okay, because if you go out in nature, you're not going to see the exact same size trees, right? You're going to see different size trees and different types of trees and whatever. What do I want to do this one? I mean, it's really kind of like doing Zen doodling, you know? You just, if you've ever seen that, where you just try to fill the space with some type of doodling. That's all you're doing, and I can't concentrate and do this at the same time, so you shouldn't be shocked, but hey, it's not easy to talk and do at the same time. I don't know, I messed that up. I just need to do X's and not try to think about the rest. Trying to like do some connecting thing, and it's not that easy. Oops, now my pen's like, none of these pens love the watercolor, I will just say, and I know I say that every single time, but it's very, very true. They don't like it. I don't know. Just embrace your shaky hand, because if you're anything like me, it's just the way it is. I'm gonna run out of ideas here in a minute. I got 4. This is good. Let's do a star on this one. I can't do stars on those ones, so. And let's see, what do I want to do? I could just do see, they turn out cute. They're not bad. Even with my messed up little tree right there. You could do this kind of thing on the top too, and so it looks like maybe like a snowflake, and you could even do them on it. Work with me, pen. They don't like paint at all. Especially the metallic paint. The other paint, not so bad. Needs trunk. And then you can duplicate too, because obviously this is a lot of trees. But I do want to do some white. Just a little. Or red. Or whatever color. Like if you're doing a specific color, blues or something for Christmas. This just is always the snow thing, right? But it's wanting to suck up the watercolor color, so they're turning blue. Wouldn't you know? I don't have my red pen, but I might just use my red paint. Just going back over them. Sometimes once it soaks through the first level, it'll stop, but not always. So if you go right to that spot again, I'm picking up the extra paint that's over there if you're wondering what I'm doing. All right, we're gonna leave it at that before we do something ridiculous. Oh, I just threw my pen. Helpful, super helpful. Kind of like the little star or sort of snowflake looking design on there. Let's do I think they all need something. I don't know why I keep doing them up so high. What do I want to do on that one? Sorry, I'm getting quiet. It's the zen, you know? I get kind of zen when I do stuff like this. It's very relaxing to me. Sort of like plaid. Come now, little pen. It doesn't wanna at all on the paint. I haven't found a pen yet that is great with the paint. Like, some are definitely better than others, but none of them are fantastic. Oh, I do have those pens. Oh yeah, I forgot. What did I do with them? I have... Hold on just a minute. Okay, I found them. They're these Panda Fly. And this one's silver. I might wait on that one. Hold on. I'm gonna do this one over here first. We're gonna do something else with that one. So what I would use this as, because some people will ask, you can either just cut like round the corners and turn it into a journaling card, or you could turn it into a Christmas card, like a greeting card. Just, you know, I did use, what do you call it? Just cheap kids watercolor paper. It's nothing expensive or fancy. It's just kids watercolor paper, and I get it on Amazon. I was thinking one of them, and I think I'll do it on that bottom one. Have you ever seen those cards that just have like, oh, these sequins. One sequin on it. I like stuff like that because it's so simple. If I can get a hold of this. I mean, obviously you could do more than that if you want to. I just want one. Keep forgetting I have those Panda Fly markers. They work really well. My friend Betty Ann turned me on to those. They're good. I don't know how well the gold will show up, but we're going to try. These work so good. I got to get some black ones of these because that's amazing. Look at that. Amazing. Oh, that's the silver again. I need a white one. Wherefore art thou white? Some of them I haven't used yet, so I gotta get them going. What do I want to do? Maybe this way. Yep, those are money. Highly recommend these Pandafly markers. Try to remember to link them again. Get them on Amazon. Or if you find them somewhere else. Super fun. I like those little doodly Christmas trees. So I'm going to round the corners maybe. And then I'm leaving it simple, and it's going to go in that journal, I think. It's just happy. But yes, you could definitely, you could make little, like do thin strips and use them on greeting cards. I don't know, you could do all kinds of things with those, and the gold did show up, so yay. Anyway, that's what I have for Doodle. Number 20 is Doodle. And number 19 is Polka Dot, and for some reason there's tissue paper. But we did the tags, have polka dots. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.